Good morning. This is Fred Mahnke, and I start by apologizing for the continuing delays in getting this video to you. I don't want to get into all the technical complications, but I am sorry. We had problems with this video chat. We will get it fixed. The reason we're here was we're talking about the rebranding of the Trump Twitter feed Facebook page. And after today, what it's going to be called is the Trump versus Biden Twitter war. So instead of just putting Donald Trump's tweets in there, we're going to include tweets from both candidates in the interest of trying to be fair, and it won't really change much about how you do your job. You'll still be going through the process that we described on Saturday, and that we'll talk a little bit more about today. But before I get into that, I did want to mention to you that in conjunction with this rebranding, I like to run a contest whereby the winner will receive a $100 gift certificate, or they can take the cash if they choose. And the goal is to come up with the graphic artwork required to support the new page. So I'm envisioning something showing maybe Trump and Biden in boxing shorts and cartoonish form. You could do Ninja Warriors. Anything that you believe would be the best rebranding solution, it's up to you to come up with the right configuration. Remember that you can both utilize the cover page shown in the back as well as the little profile picture in order to switch it around and do whatever you need to do. But if you get those submissions to me by, call it Saturday at noon EST, we'll have something together hopefully by Monday. So that having been said, I would like to bring to your attention the fact that if you were to go to the existing Trump Twitter page and the newly formed Biden page, near the bottom we listed all the people that have decided to join the group, and it may appear that we have that many moderators. I want to make sure that you folks know that many of those folks are not doing moderation, at least on a full-time basis. So we still need additional people. And I'm hoping really to add as many as 10 or 12. We may get to the point of referring, but initially we're cutting this off at this sort of founding father who talked to us first type of deal in order to figure out fair and equitable going forward. So I know that's muddled, but the point I wanted to try to make was that eventually, once you do join, we'll put your information up there as far as the new person on board. But we're probably going to be doing it a little bit differently than we did for the Trump Twitter page, because in that instance we used our Facebook profile, and obviously all the information that would be available on your profile would be available to the general public. But that on the Trump, not the general public, excuse me, on the Trump Twitter page is a select group of users. But the point I'm trying to make is that as we go into the live mode of moderation, you may not want your individual identities reflected as the person who is functioning as a moderator. I, for example, will decide to use my real person because I'm out there in a lot of ways on the internet, but you may say, hey, I'm uncomfortable people accessing photos of my children or whatever. And to address that, what I'd like to suggest to you is, if it does make you feel uncomfortable, come up with a fictitious name. We have Jack Nunley signed up as a real moderator, but he could say that he's Jack the Knife and give me a cartoon-like character, and we could go with that. So that's something to think about. It's really a matter of your personal privacy preferences and my ability to accommodate that. We're going to be setting up sort of dummy identities for all the moderators. Even if it is the real you, it still will not be linked to your Facebook page. It'll be linked to a duplicate that I create that says moderator Jack, and it shows some summary information but never gets back to your Facebook page, so people will not be able to figure out where you live, who you're married to, who your children are, etc., etc. Man, I got off track again. I tell you, it's been a struggle. We are pushing the envelope to get this thing done. And, you know, just to give you an update as far as where we are and future deliverable dates, by the end of today or early tomorrow, I'm going to send you a document that helps determine fact or opinion. That was one of the steps we went through on Saturday as far as the rating. I'm hoping that I will also be able to provide that listing of media sources rated by most reliable all the way down to unreliable. And over the course of the weekend, my intention would be that we'd start to populate the newly formed Biden Twitter war page with real tweets, and that people could practice on those in the interest of making sure that we're all comfortable with the process designed to be implemented effective on Tuesday, September 15th. Still very excited about this. I know we're running a little bit behind. This rebranding set us back. But I tell you, I got a tweet on the Trump page. You'll see it from a guy in France who said that the Washington Post is going to be running a Twitter page that is designed to show what Trump sees in his Twitter feed. So it'll be all the sources, that people that Trump follows. And I'm countering back to him with all the additional benefits that we have of the approach that we're utilizing, including moderators, the ability of people to participate and, you know, sort of have some fun with it. So I think this will really be an exciting project to work on. If you decide to join, I do need some information from you.